All right. Calm down. That's enough of that. That is quite enough of that. Can everybody hear us out there in the world, the real world, where everybody is?
The real world. This is a knife show.
Oh yes, yeah.
The real world.
This is a knife show in the UK as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our little bubble.
Yeah. Bubble of people that don't know what to do with their money.
Yeah. Oh, I think we can find plenty of things.
Oh yeah, we can. Yeah, but we're not in the real world.
Yes, exactly. And with Sharp Show coming up,
Sharp Show
should be some opportunities.
So excited. Us boys are going over there. We're going over to England again to let them get a bit of culture.
We are.
And check out what knives they got for us to buy.
You're just after a cheap fry up. I know you, Stephen.
I love a fry up over there. It's not as good as an Ulster fry, but it is good.
No, leave it, Stephen. Leave it. It's not worth it, mate. Okay. I mean, way too many English people in there, and then if you get the Scots weighing in on a Scottish fry, which is an abomination.
There's another thing.
Who eats square sausage? Come on.
Oh, the square sausage is so good.
It's flipping gorgeous.
Oh, the square sausage is amazing.
Yeah, on a bit of potato bread, sausage, egg, and then beans all over the top of it.
Soda bread.
Or tomatoes. Oh.
Well, first of all, because we haven't done it in a while, let's say hello to some people. We've got Stuart McRae, one of our favorite people in the
hello, Stuart McRae.
Tim Titus is in. We've got one of our less favorite people, which is Slipjoints Sawyer in there, although he's
my favorite person in the world.
And we'll be getting on to that in a second. Yes. We've got Midnight Crisis, Dave is in, Peter Tiffany's in. I think we've got Tony in as well here somewhere. We've got Make Cutlery Great Again is in. We've got Naked Sean, of course. Bless you, my son. And his better half, Mrs. Naked Sean, is in there as well. Anybody else that we haven't seen and that we haven't said hello to? Always good to see you in the chat.
By the way,
thanks very much for joining us.
Mrs. Naked Sean, I have a wee present for you coming over from Ireland to SHOT Show. So
SHOT Show? Oh wow!
Where are we?
Last week it was Blade Show.
No idea what it is.
We're going
Sharp Show.
This has almost become a tradition, Mikey, as you know.
I'll call it Sharp Show.
You'll never call it the same thing twice, no. Stephen. Let's face facts.
So I've got a nice wee present. It's a really lovely little. I'm not telling you what it is until we get
TK's there. In. TK's in. Blue Collar Knives is in, and that's enough to go with the what's its names and hellos and whatnot. Yes. What are we talking about tonight? I have absolutely no idea, except that we threw the idea of let's look for. We can't think of anything sensible, so let's just talk about modern knives.
Yeah.
And then Mikey threw in, oh, you mean screwed construction and modern materials and modern blade steels and all of that, and we went, that'll do. Yeah. That sounded like a great way to go. And then all of a sudden we started to get enthusiastic about it. However, this discussion tonight, I don't think will be without its share of contention and disagreement.
And that's just from Slipjoint Sawyer.
No, Slippy doesn't count on this. But for Slippy's benefit, every now and again we will show him a naked picture of a Sheffield knife. Okay? Sounds fair? I think that's something to go on with. And speaking of which, both Slipjoint Sawyer and Sheffield knives, Stephen. What have you got to tell us?
I can do that. On last week's show, we were talking with Slipjoint Sawyer in his workshop, and he was eloquently describing what he does now that he's doing self-modding. And I had said, I'll send him 3 knives over to get done. And I sent him 3 knives over. He got them on, I think it was Monday, and I got them back this morning. And I can't believe he has done 3 knives in that sort of time. And they are just beautiful.
It's an NMKD, nearly new knife day.
Nearly new knife day, which is better than knife day.
Is it reworked knife day or modified old knife day? Or
as good as new knife day?
Upgraded knife day?
Yeah. Absolutely. These were upgraded. First of all, if you remember, I had the little black one with plastic scales on it. Look at that. And Slippy will tell me if I'm wrong. But this looks like bog oak. I can't remember what it was, but
wasn't it Wenge or not?
Oh, Wenge could have been. I've never had Wenge, so I've no idea. But the grain in it is so nice. If I can get it up, look at that grain, and you actually feel the grain. You
can feel it. Yeah,
it's just beautiful, beautifully hafted. But this is now. I mean, I've got my little penknife there a couple of weeks ago with Mammoth on it, which I just adore. This one is from, this is Thompson, Sheffield. Yeah, what it is. It's J.M. Thompson. Is it Thompson or
Yes.
Johnson?
No, it's Thompson.
Thompson, yeah. Listen to the snap on that. Look at the pin work. It is fantastic. But I said, go mad, Slippy. And if you want to do back springs to it, look at that.
Isn't that amazing?
That is just, what an upgrade to a little knife. It's just beautiful. I just love it. But then I sent him my old tailor's eyewitness, which, if you remember, it's Wedgwood. There you go. And I had an old tailor's eyewitness, one of their cheap versions, with a little bit of bone that somebody had put in it when I bought it for him, and they had put the back spring or done the back spring on it. But
which
I
was
wanted,
a lovely, which was a nice job.
it was just the wood was
nice done.
done. It was cheap, just the bog standard, and it was an older model.
And it seen plenty of use.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But he took it, and look what he done to that. He has mirror finished the blades, because you know they're basic model. These ones are under 40 quid to buy new. Look at the blade on that. Look at the bolsters all shined up, and
do you know what the best thing is? Look at the smile on Stephen's face as he's getting these knives out. He's got his big grin on his face. Oh, I love to see it. It's brilliant.
I've been like it all day. Like I was saying to Slippy, by tea time, I hadn't brought them into my room. I kept them with me in the front room.
Oh,
just picking them up and looking at them. It's just lovely.
Your face is beaming.
No, but I was exactly the same when I got those ones back from Slippy as well, because all of a sudden you've got knives that you've had in your collection for years, but they're completely new.
That shingling.
But this is beautiful. Look at this. This has got English U on it. U-wood.
Real sort of honey gold color.
Yeah, it is just beautiful. But lovely big pins, because there was already big pins in it. So obviously the holes were already drilled for big pins. But he's also put a bit of buffalo horn in, along with the cow bone at the top. It's just fantastic.
That's outstanding.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Beautiful walk and talk on that old knife, but this is the one. I don't know why, because I love the other two, and there's not much in it, but this one just turned out. This has got English oak on it, and it is just beautiful. This is an Arthur Wright. This is the one that had a really strong back spring on it. But look at that. How flipping gorgeous looking is that? But maybe for those of you who are a wee bit slow, which I'm sure there's quite a few, look at the work on that. That is just, and he done the back spring on that one for me as well. But let me show you the bolsters, because I don't have a Trevor Ablett knife, and I always admired the bolsters. And getting one over here, never going to. No. I've never just managed to get one on Facebook, but look at the bolsters on this. He's done the Trevor Ablett bolsters.
How would you describe it? Are they sort of angled? Are they pinched?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? They're very much like the tailor's eyewitness without the top bit, if you know what I mean, where it's flattened down. You can see that this flat bit here is just gorgeous, and it just goes all the way around. It's more like a diamond cut.
Yeah.
Because when it's shiny like that, it's just the light just plays off it. But honestly,
it just adds a little extra bit of character to an already great knife.
But look at that oak, and just look at the fit and finish up near the bolsters. That is so difficult to get done, especially when you're redoing a knife. It's different when you've got a knife that's all sitting pretty. But he's had to make new bolsters, fit them on, and then fit this to the new bolsters. And look,
he's rebuilt the knife effectively.
Yes, they're absolutely perfectly aligned on either side. It's just fabulous work.
Okay. Keep
I know.
I think we need to run it back, because he started charging us more soon.
Well,
TK's probably up for getting a commission or something like that. I don't know. I don't like the way this is going.
Well, honestly,
and yes, TK, we are not just taking advantage. We are exploiting the long-haired love muffin as much as we possibly can. So,
well, I'm happy to say that I paid for these, because I'd asked him to do them on the show, and he'd done it, and I don't regret one single penny. I would do it all over again, and I hope he'll let me very soon, because I just want more, and I just think it's lovely. But also on was a wee show on Tuesday night. I don't know whether you watched it. If not, why the hell didn't you? It was a great video on small pocket knives. But I have one from the 1800s, and it's a quill knife for doing your quill. I want you to see this because it is the most beautiful, and that is nearly a full blade on it. It's that thin, and look at the stag. I want you to see it. It is shining, and I have never polished this. It is just, it's been used, carried, and oh my goodness, I love this little knife. It is stunning. I mean, the pin goes right through the center of the bolster on the, you see the pin right through the center. It's just, and the tiny little pins on it that are all perfectly flush. It's just, so I said I was going to sharpen it and carry it and use it, and I'm going to do that this week. And I'm going to show you some of the things through the week on Instagram that I cut. Oh, there you go. That wee knife is just,
hold it up.
Oh, did I not? Right. This wee knife is just gorgeous. Oh, God. It's just a beautiful
It's
little,
like a wee scalpel.
and it's like the old carbon steel, and they just, honestly, I had all 4 of these knives sharpened in half an hour when they came back. So this has got a half stop 2 on it, and I got this lovely little case. The 1800s. I don't know roughly because there's no name on it. Even there was no nothing on it, but that didn't come from the 19th century, 1900s. It's just beautiful. And here's what I forgot I had this, but if you didn't see it during the week, this is one of the best slips I have ever had. I got this with a knife that I bought, and I want to show you the back of it. I don't know whether you'll be able to read that or not. You probably won't, but pilfered from the Cleveland stevedore. I just think it's in gold lettering. Oh, maybe you can't see it. There you go. Pilfered, and whoever, that was a sense of humor. That it's got to be, if you're buying a knife from the hotel, they must have had one in a wee glass case, sort of at the door with you, and then you could buy one. I just think that's super. So I'll be carrying that this week and using it. But Slippy, thank you. I'm just over the moon for you because you're doing such a great job.
Yeah, Elan said that you bought that knife new, Stephen, back in 18, whatever it was.
Elan, don't make me bring my leather cowboy hat over to the sharp show.
No, hang on. Elan will probably like that.
Yeah, but I'll be wearing chaps and nothing else.
Nobody needs.
Elan will probably like that.
That's an image that's going to haunt me now.
I'll give you.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen last week's show where Slippy was showcasing some of his talent, please go back and have a look at it. It's
one of the best shows.
But the thing that you really wanted to have a look at is Slippy dropped a video earlier in the week, which was a full 45 minutes of him just going through the whole process with an old knife that he just worked wonders with. Yeah. And it is well worth a watch. Apart from anything else, the biggest draw to that video is that Slippy doesn't say a bloody word. And that was pure gold, broadcasting gold.
That was gold to my ears.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, it's a fantastic video. The show last week was brilliant, and that video he done during the week, I want to see more of them because I was transfixed with it.
Oh, well, absolutely. It's almost like a religious experience.
I was going to say it's like Stuart put his blessing on that there one. Slippy couldn't speak, and the video was good.
Steady. Let's not go too far. Slippy's already getting a head too big for himself now. Not only that, I suppose the other piece of news was, and while we're referencing it, was I didn't catch the live on Sunday, but I went back and watched it today, and TK and Slippy were back online on Sunday evening, and it was another fabulous show.
I forgot about that being on. Yeah, because I watched Thrifty's last night at 2:00 in the morning. I was on it. But the show broke off just all of a sudden. It just went dink, and they went off.
Well, the hamsters must have died.
The hamsters just died. So like he's in tonight.
Yeah. He is indeed.
Because I was watching him talking on the show.
Sundays was a great show. It's worth going back because Andy from Rosecraft Village was on, and it's some of the knives that are coming, some of the conversation.
Round seven knives.
Is that Andy any channel but yours to come on?
That's the one.
That's the one. I thought it was. Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, I mean you do.
He's supposed to be really, really nice.
Yeah, but you do keep getting the name wrong, didn't you, with the rosewood knives?
Yes.
Yeah, good God. Fred didn't mind that.
he saves his conversation for decent folk like Slippy and TK.
And that's the sad bit. I've been relegated below Slippy and TK.
That just shows how wise the man is.
All them years I put into this. And they come along like young upstarts and take it
Look.
away.
Stephen, quantity does not equal quality. Just remember that.
Thank you. I like that. We've got more than them as well. That's a true saying.
I think you may have missed the point.
Yeah, I think you missed it.
Swiftly.
Yeah, right.
Mikey, what are we talking about tonight again? Because we're 15 minutes in, we haven't got
modern slip joints.
Would you like to kick us off? What would you like to talk about? What is it about modern knives that make them worth collecting? Now, we have already, and we normally do,
exhaust this conversation.
Well, we always,
we argue,
talk up the benefits and the advantages and the beauties and of the traditional knives, and sometimes I feel that some of the modern knives get a rough deal. So what have we got? What have they got to offer us, Mikey?
Well, I suppose I'm going to go straight in with one of the best, which is one of the best manufacturers, which is Spyderco. Now, we've shown the UK PK a lot because we all own the UK PK. Yeah. We all love the UK PK. So this time I went with the little native slip joint.
Excellent. Beautiful. That's a beautiful example of it, Mikey.
This is one that I got from Stephen, and it has a lynch clip and upgraded scales on it as well.
They're fat carbon, aren't they? And
they are fat carbon, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's got a lovely rolling action on it, really smooth, really well put together. It's just, what can I say? It's just an awesome little pocket banger, really.
Small but perfectly formed, and will do anything you need.
Anything. This will even do bigger jobs. It's it's a stunning little knife, and I say little because UK PK is bigger. Is a bigger knife overall, longer knife.
Yeah. And yet, I mean, I've got another one along the same lines. It's the Spyderco Urban, and it's another classic, small slip joint knife as well.
Yeah.
Hold the Urban up against the native there, just to compare the sizes, Mikey.
So they're the same length.
Yeah, it's just that difference in blade shape. So
it's the difference in the blade shape. It is a smaller blade, but a longer handle, but the same overall length side by side. Yeah, but again, I mean, this is a lovely small knife, but this feels a lot more heavy duty.
Yeah, a lot more.
It feels. It's got that forward finger choil, which I know you've been having a bit of a problem with recently, but I love that forward finger choil because it makes it so safe. It makes it so safe.
Yeah.
Like I know Spyderco just. I mean, this is in S30V. Really good steel for a really small blade.
And
they heat treat them so well. All their steels.
And I mean, that's the thing that one of the qualities, I suppose, is that we're going to be talking about in Modernized is the tendency to use, higher quality steels. Yeah. So the S30V, the Urban I've got
carbon.
Those materials. Yeah.
Deep carry clip, which is an option, and you don't even need like the clip really, but I quite like it on there because I do like to put the modern just on the inside of my pocket.
Yeah.
It just works for me. And then I've got one-handed opening.
Yeah. Another benefit. Okay, so let me ask you this. This is the slip-it, which is a slip joint variation of their locking knives, effectively.
Yeah.
How does the locking mechanism in terms of their slip joint, how do you rate it? I mean, is it as good as a normal, is it an actual slip joint knife?
Oh,
or is it more like a double detent, or is it?
This is a full-on back spring.
Yeah.
This is a full-on modern slip joint knife with a back spring. Obviously, if you were to open it how you would a traditional, the pull is probably, I don't know,
5
max 5.
But it clicks into place, lovely, doesn't it?
When it's shut, it is shut, and when it's open, it is open.
Yeah.
So like the two places where it matters. But I think the whole idea of a modern slip joint is you have a long-lasting blade steel.
Yeah.
The single-handed opening for me.
Yeah.
And the single-handed closing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that for me is, and then you get, you know, like you can have like the carbon fiber or the graphite or this, that, and the other, all the fancy steels. But I think it's more about it just being a user, a real good user. Yeah.
And I think you could say that about all of the Spydercos, and I think it's particularly good that there are UK legal versions of Spyderco knives that we can actually carry and use.
They have been constant with the slippets, and they have been constant. They've upgraded them with their other knives. They've given them better steels and all. And I think that's probably the only thing that I've got away from. So, and that's probably why I'm not buying a whole lot of modern knives, is this urge to have all these steels. Now, I know you're going to disagree with that, but I mean, I like my steels and I've got high-end steels, but it's not the be all and end all anymore because I use so many just basic slip joints.
I see what you mean,
I've lost that. I said that it wasn't that long ago. I bought the PM2 and the micarta and
the crew wear.
The crew carta bloody PM2.
Well, Spyderco, it was this year that they launched the Chaparral as a slip joint, which is a wonderful little lock knife.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic lock knife.
I keep on. The Chaparral is one of my favorites as well. So Paul Bugle is absolutely right there, and it's the same low ramp configuration as that native, that blade, and I much prefer that shape on my Spydercos. So the Chaparral is one of my favorites. So I've been tempted by the Chaparral slip it, but they're expensive knives, and this
I think they're just over £200, aren't they?
And this is the other thing. Yeah. This is the other thing about modern slip joints, and I think we have to address the elephant in the room. A lot of modern slip joints, if you're going for the high end, mind you, the high end custom ones, I suppose you can do the same thing. They're expensive.
Yeah,
they are expensive knives, and Spydercos are not cheap knives.
No, even the basic is not cheap for what it is. A little bit of plastic and a blade.
And you're entering 90 quid or something like that?
Yeah.
Even for the basics.
A bit more, I think, even now.
Well, the basic UK PK in the BD1N is 99 here.
Yeah,
that's 100 quid, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Plus postage.
But in saying that, the BD one that they do is fantastic.
Oh, it's great, but you are talking about £100 for their
for
their usable size.
For an average steel stuck on a bit of plastic.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what it is.
That's what it is. So yeah, the price is putting me off buying them, and I suppose when I buy one, it's usually more high end, because if I'm going to shell out £100, I'd rather go to 180, 200 and get something really nice. It's going to be a stay in the. When I don't like something, it goes. It just doesn't stay. So
I think
more particular now.
I think one of the best bargains, and I didn't bring it with me, but one of the best bargains I got was when they brought out the UK PK Salt in Magna Cut last year.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I just bid it because Heine were selling it for about 20 quid on early release, 20 quid cheaper. And not for 20 quid. Sorry, people, if you come in at the wrong point there, for 20 quid cheaper. And it was just a really good deal. And I've never regretted it, because if you're going to have a UK PK and you want it in a good steel, it's as good as you can get, I think. So it was a really good call on that one.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any point arguing about steel. You either want it or you don't. And I'm like that. Sometimes I really want it. And then other times, I'm not going to be.
Tell you what, though, it's nice to have an option, isn't it? If you want to get a slip joint with a really high end steel, it's nice to have the option, So
yeah. And I mean, I've actually trying very hard not to. I don't categorize them in the same way that I do my slip joint collection.
No, I don't.
Two completely different collections.
Totally different, yeah.
And I love a locket knife for the reasons you said. One hand opening, you get a decent steel. If you're going to work hard, I want a bigger knife and a bit of muscle behind it. That's what I'll go for. Do you know what I mean?
So Oh, show us one of your
Well, I'm
knives.
going to start. Yeah, well, I'm going to start with one that is a bit. This is the Bexar Bear. You've seen this on my channel. It's my EDC. I carry this every day, and I carry it every day for a reason. It's so thin. It is incredibly comfortable for a thin knife, and I have a large hand, but incredibly comfortable. I can cut cardboard boxes for minutes. Yeah. But I mean, it's got Magna Cut on it. It's just everything about this knife I just fell in love with when they came out. I had to have one, and I did. And there's faults on it. The blade's a bit off center. It's got better as I've had it. That's not completely flush in the back if you're treating it like a slip joint. You know, there is wee bits are a bit higher, not much, but it's there. But I mean, it was £200.
Yeah, again, expensive.
But I'm getting titanium and Magna Cut, and
that was at the time when titanium and Magna Cut
was the thing. Yeah.
It was one of the first Magna Cut knives in slip joint.
But the clip on it is just.
But it's the ergonomics of it.
It's amazing
because it's not just the materials; it's the ergonomics on it because it's so good in hand, and it's a constant surprise because it's such a slim knife.
Because it'll fit everybody's hand.
Yeah,
no matter what your hand is, you just grab it, use it. You don't have to think where your fingers are, or it's there. I just love it.
But it's actually it's actually the profile that way.
Yeah,
there's nothing there.
No.
And yet it's still so comfortable.
And that's why it's so good, because I carry this when I leave the house. It's got my torch, my pen, my knife, my bank cards, and it just slips in there. And it's really strange to have a knife that's thinner than my little pen.
Yeah.
It's thinner than my Olight pen.
Yeah.
The little. Do you know what though? That's a fantastic clip point blade. It really is.
Beautiful.
And that blade will do anything. That blade is so capable, and the fact that it's in Magna Cut as well.
Yeah, and I think that's why I made it my EDC. I changed this year that I want to just carry one knife constantly. Now I had 2 wee goes of trying to change it to something else, and within a week I had to go back.
Paul's asking about the walk and talk on it. I'd say it's a 6.
Yeah, maybe about a 6.
It's not a 5. It's a wee bit stronger.
No, it is. It's about a 6. Yeah.
But the lockup on it is really good, Paul.
Lovely spring on it too, as well.
And it's a half stop, and it's the snap on it.
It's just beautiful.
It's a bear trap.
It's a lovely, lovely knife. Dear, but for me, it was worth it.
Yeah.
And isn't that what it's all about?
I mean, how long have we been carrying them? I've been carrying that every day for about a year and a half.
God, yeah. I mean, I've at least had that. When I'd been carrying from I got it, it was a user. Even when I got it, was in my rotation and carried regular.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's a very slim, very easy to carry, very comfortable, lightweight knife. It's £220. Yeah. So it's about the same price as the Chaparral, which is what in XHS still XP. So
HP.
I think it's a good knife for the money. That it really is.
Yeah,
I mean, there's somebody put up the Spyderco,
the Civivi Elementum, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I got that this year. I actually bought this from
Slippy.
No, off what do you call them? Who Knives?
Oh, really?
He sells them.
Lovely half stop on them as well.
It is lovely half stop. The spring's a wee bit weaker than really I would like. Yeah, no, not squishy. It's just weaker. It's not squishy. It's just not got. It's got lovely spring retention.
Yeah, it don't. And I know what you mean, but it just is a wee bit too
soft.
easy on the
it's a bit soft.
You know what? I would say that spring action and the pull on that is very much of a Chinese modern slip joint. They're all about that.
Yeah,
that's just about standard on them.
The audio on them is beautiful, but a beautiful hollow grind for a little small knife.
There's nothing better than a Civivi for the hollow grind. I've got the lock.
And with this, it's not a forward choil, which I think is the mistake. They could have made a forward choil here, but when you put it round the top bit there, and the knife closes, it doesn't cut you.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's got that wee bit of safety built in as well, which I like. But yeah, lovely little.
But again, this is one of those knives that I went off because your natural hand position is too far away from the cutting edge.
Yeah.
Now, and that's because of the choil choices, and also, but it's not so much the choil; it's because of the shape of that bump at the front.
Yeah, that was down a bit more. Even it would make it much better.
Yeah, but And coming back, I mean, so, Robin mentioned the Civivi Elementum. Other people have talked about the Hedgehog. Ollie's mentioned the Duk Duk. All of these are fantastic, modern slip joint knives.
There's another fantastic.
Is that the
one.
Atlas?
The Atlas, yeah. This is Twisted Assisted Atlas. What a fabulous knife. Now, this one has got bigger handle on it, but you have got a sneak up choil here. Really sneak up, and it's completely safe. It would never close on you. So to me, that wins over the Civivi probably for safety's use. Now, I'm saying that I still to have a knife close over on me because I'm just going to say it because I know what happens with a knife. If you're sticking a knife in like that, you're stupid.
If you're
pulling back after you've jammed it in wood and you pull back, it will close on you. Yeah. So it's just experience. Maybe.
Mikey, what do you think of that one?
Do you know, I love the knife. I almost loved it more than the Junzi, but the Junzi has a larger finger choil for you to like to sneak up on, and the Mark I Junzi with the heavier backspring has a much heavier lock.
Yeah.
So if this had a slightly bigger finger choil for me and a heavier lock, it needs a more powerful backspring. It's a 4.
Yeah, it's a bit
really.
No, I think mine's. I would go for maybe 5 of mine.
What do you have a Junzi on you?
I don't know. They're all away, but yeah.
Oh no!
But I love the blade shape and I love the handle.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But I think in terms of what we were talking about, because we started off and we were saying about modernized tend to be expensive, and then we've just lent the lie to that by saying these are really good modern knives that are very reasonably priced.
They're both about 50 quid, aren't
they? Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we're talking good materials again, because the steel that they're using, I mean, the original steel on the Civivi locker was a D2, which is a great steel. The slip joint, I believe, is done in 14C.
14C, yeah.
And what's the Atlas done in, Mikey? Is it 14C as well?
14C 28.
And which seems to be the steel of choice at the minute.
And what steel?
Yeah,
what
steel? I think from 50 to 75, 14C 28N is a fantastic steel.
Awesome.
Absolutely great steel. That's what I want to see at that price range.
Yeah. It's kind of becoming like the standard steel for that kind of knife now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's just been really good.
What about you then?
Well,
show us a knife, Judd. Come on, show us a modern.
I'm going to go completely different, because I'm going to go so modern that you're not going to believe it, because it bears absolutely no resemblance like the other ones. And this is one of my favorite moderns.
It is such a beautifully designed little knife.
Carry one of those in my tool bag as a backup.
Yeah, and this is the G-Slip Compact, and it's the real steel, Ostap Hell designed, and it goes beautifully with my t-shirt. Look at that; it almost disappears. And I just think I used to call it a spear, and it's almost a spear, but it's more of a drop point, really, technically speaking. Yeah. And this is in VG10 steel, and it's just fabulous. Now, it's another really slim knife. I know some people don't like the wire pocket clip. I love a wire pocket clip.
You can just take a wire pocket clip off it.
If you don't like it, I have never had a problem with it, because I find them so unobtrusive.
I'm the opposite. I normally find it. I feel it. You see, that really gets me.
Does it?
Yeah,
it must be just.
But it's my large hand, and it's getting right in the.
It doesn't bother me in the slightest.
No, wouldn't stop me doing EDC work with it. So that's the other side of it. But holding it like that now, that's comfortable.
Yeah,
you know, and I would do an awful lot of my cutting like that.
Yeah,
just naturally. But it's such a lovely little blade.
It's just so nicely. It's just simple.
It reminds me of how simple the Victorinox single-bladed soldier is.
Absolutely. And it's got that kind of really slim, elegant,
with a much better steel.
And again, VG10 is going to cut for days and days and days and days, and it's going to be absolutely fine. But the thing I like about this, and I went through, as everybody I think does, is we went through the Luna, the real steel Luna, as one of the most popular knives at one point in time, but I could never get on with it, because it didn't particularly like that drop point, that with a big belly, and it didn't really like the scales that didn't have the liners.
It's very compact for a small thick knife. It feels solid.
And it does, and it's because it's got
And
nested
Luna,
liners.
I just couldn't get on with it all.
It was just
Well, the Luna had no straight parts of the blade, did it? It was literally a curve from top to bottom. So so when you was doing like a long cut, you was almost at the end of the tip straight away.
And there is an answer to that. If anybody wants to know how we answer that, do a recurve, just a small recurve at the back of the blade, and it keeps it in if you're going to use it for that task. Slightest little recurve, and it really holds it holds you in with the cutting material.
It does.
I suppose one of the other features that is I still kind of find really weird with some Modernized is the 3/4 stop, and it's almost as if, for me, it's almost as if the safety, the health and safety Gestapo got on top of this and just went, oh no, a half stop is not safe enough. Let us put a 3/4 stop on it just to make sure that the idiots don't cut themselves.
If you remember, you went through the Wasp. It used to have about 7 stops
before. Yeah,
it was a ratchet.
The Mandy Wasp.
Fantastic knife, but that flipping opening and closing was just a nightmare.
It was like stopping a train.
Fantastic knife, but those. I think it was 5 stops. They weakened the back spring, and in the end, like the back springs used to pop on them because they go click, 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 click. So the back springs doing that all the time.
I know that. Did not know that.
I actually got used to it, to be honest, but it is just weird.
Yeah, I mean it's a lovely knife, and I've always liked it because it's so light. As I've said before, this would have been my summer short carry because you just don't even notice it in your pocket.
It's funny. There's another one very similar material wise. Is the I can't remember the name of it now. This is
it's the real steel
Barlow. The real steel Barlow, they call it, because you have a full bolster there. It's all just G10. Look at that blade. The blade is flipping gorgeous. But this is more like a modern take on a traditional type knife. It's not ever going to be looked at as a traditional, but it's got that look if that's what you want. But it's a bit thicker. I mean, you can see the difference in the thickness. So if you like a wee bit of girth in your tool, that
one's going to come back to haunt us.
Oh shit! Yeah. Sorry. See, I'm clean-minded. I don't think of these things.
Of course not. Yes.
But this is lovely, and this one's in. Is it D2 or is this 14C?
I think it's N690.
N690. Oh, it is. There it is.
N690.
Yeah, it's N690, which is another.
Is that the one where you can buy different scales for it? You can like change it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I bought this off Slippy, and I got about 3 different scales with it as well.
It's the RB5, isn't it? I think it's called.
Just such a lovely knife to use. Really is.
Yeah, it's a family. I've got one.
Do you know what? I wonder if I could get Slippy to put wooden scales on that.
Well, shall I tell you a funny thing? I've sent him a titanium one to do exactly that.
Right. There you go.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
His last comment, and Slippy can comment on this himself. His last comment to me about it was, "There's a lot going on with that knife." I'm not sure if that bodes well.
It's funny, that has a 3/4 stop as well.
Yeah.
Slippy will find a way to make it work. Well, when he says that, it means it's going to take him longer than 40 minutes.
Yeah, 42 probably. I have absolute faith, Mikey.
So there's a lot to be said for these light knives in G10. These are priced at a price that really just warrants it.
And I think that's the point of what we're trying to get across today, is that traditional knives are beautiful, and they will be many of us, our first love. And I think as Mikey has found, thank you, that will keep Slippy happy for a little bit. As Mikey has found, they've actually overtaken his love of moderns and lockers and all that, and completely reshaped the way he's collecting his knives. I don't regard them as a replacement for traditional knives, an either or kind of thing. I look at them as offering something as well as.
Well, it's funny. My collection, I used to have a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
Locking knives, and a bit more than a couple of hundred at one stage. But now I've got about 10. 5 are ones like Maganzo's that I just want to keep for my sort of nostalgic reasons. But I've got 5 really good ones, and that's what I'm starting to do. What I'm going to be doing in the future is, if I want to change one or get a new one, I'll get one. One will go out, one will come in, because 5 locking knives is plenty for me. Absolutely plenty. I don't need any more.
Yeah. Scott, 2 blades. I have absolutely no idea what that even means. Maybe Mikey or Slippy knows. Use Triumph nomenclature.
RB5, that's a blade steel, isn't it?
TR3 and RB5.
Yeah, like a Triumph TR3.
Oh, yes.
Remember? So talking about the
that's a blast
cars.
from the 80s.
It's go faster steel.
There you go.
TR3. I think you mean like the TR7 from the 80s.
Gotcha. Okay, maybe a wee bit before my time then.
Go ahead, Mikey. Give us another one.
Yes.
So I was going to go. So I would guess my favourite Chinese manufacturer is still probably QSP.
Yeah.
And I was going to go with the.
I love that one.
The Hedgehog is a favourite one in the chat here, Mikey. So be careful.
It's amazing. It is that hollow grind. It is so fine behind the edge. It's a slicing monster. But I thought I'd go for the newer one, the spear point.
Oh yes, no.
In Bacote.
Yeah, do you know when I look at that? The only thing that's missing is a swedge. If that had a swedge, I probably would buy it. Yeah, but you know what I mean? A big swedge.
It's, okay. No, it's swedged. Just so, but look at that long nail pull, that Bacote wood, and the action on this is much stronger.
Yeah.
Much stronger than the other ones.
Yeah.
And
that wood is beautiful on it.
If anybody from QSP is watching, please bear in mind that Paddy would like a bigger swedge.
Yeah.
Okay, next time, bigger swedge.
Bigger swedge, but look at that.
When that one came out, I was so tempted by it because that is a gorgeous knife.
Oh, sorry.
Let me blow you up.
It's just beautiful. That's what I mean. The difference with having a swedge. I think it would really go on that knife because that knife is absolutely gorgeous.
Do you know what? In the hand, it is lovely. It's a full 4 fingers. Again, it's a hollow grind, and it's so fine on this last sort of centimeter of like blade. It is so slicey, and they're so well made, so well put together. Half stop, not a 3/4 stop. And
this is nearly a true representation of a slip joint, because a slip joint is meant to be a 2-hand open knife.
Yeah,
I know the modern ones how you can have thumb studs and everything, but these are it's 2-handed.
Yeah, it's a proper slip.
Yeah,
joint.
It's a proper slip joint, and not just a. I don't know what else to call it. It's a slip joint.
A slip joint.
But I mean, you know what I mean? It's more that traditional way. It's 2-hand opening. It's beautiful, and that wood, honestly, that just gets me. Love that. I mean, the Chinese, their back springs and their finish is unbeatable.
That just has got echoes of Rosecraft all the back when you turn the sort of edge on. Yeah.
I mean, the Chinese have just got it. I mean, they understand. Make them fucking smooth. Make it. There's no gaps in it, smooth, and they do it with nearly all their Chinese brands. I can remember Brother Knives when they first came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
somebody would mention in San Remo as well.
San Remo were just
chips.
Yeah, absolutely. I've still got a wee San Remo in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But nice pick.
QSPs, absolutely stunning, and the Hedgehogs are probably my favourite.
Because QSPs always did locking knives until they released the Hedgehog as a slip joint, and then now they've sort of broadened the range of their slip joints even more, and it's just been phenomenal all the way.
They make absolutely stunning knives, don't
they? They just do, and they finish them well, which makes all the difference. I'm like, what sort of price is that one?
Are they about 70, 80 quid, I think?
You can't beat that.
And that's 14C again, isn't it?
Yeah. But QSP, fantastic knives. And I would say out of most of the Chinese knives, a nicer walk and talk with a better back spring.
If you want to give Stan a tip there, Mikey, to pick up a QSP, any suggestions? Would you recommend that one or the cleaver version of the Hedgehog?
I've always loved the cleaver, but the spear point is a bit more usable for like most jobs. But the cleaver, like that again, is such an effective blade. You just learn how to use it. It's really slicey, really slicey.
Lovely. But I mean, they've got others in their range. And QSP used to make for another. Who was the other fellow they used to make for?
QSP do make they are one of those brands which you can
Best-
order knives from under your
Not
name.
best,
Yeah.
What do you call it? The boy in America has his company and he uses QSP to make his knives. Can't think what it is. Don't matter.
Okay.
No matter. Well, my next one's going to be this. This is a brand new net. Well, not brand new. I've had it now for about a month, and I am totally in love with it. I think it is an absolute cracker as a modern slip joint.
Oh, we had such a discussion about this the other night. We really did.
It's got a thumb stud opening, half stop. Listen to that. That gives you so much confidence. The shape of it, I think, is stunning.
And it's got a tail as well.
It's got a tail. That's the Who mask that was found in England.
What was it? Sutton Bridge or Sutton Who?
Yeah, it was Who.
There you go.
But I mean, this is just a stunning knife. I love it. It's got multiple grinds all over it. Honestly, it looks bejeweled. Can you see that? It's just beautiful. This is a hollow grind here and flat at the top, but it's not ultra thin. But this is the one I was using to cut a tomato up the other night.
Oh, was that the one?
That's the one I used to cut a tomato up. And this is a saber grind with a short bottom half. And people say, oh, you need to get the Spyderco for that thin slicey plate. This sliced the tomato up like I couldn't believe. It just went through it and it was see-through nearly. Absolutely super. So really an M390 titanium, and it's a good titanium slab. It's not light, but it's definitely not heavy. But it tells you where to put your first two fingers. Sometimes I hate that if it doesn't work right. That's the knife gone for me. But this one, I just sit in it, and I've got still even right up the front, you've got a huge gap where they have actually taken the choil, the sharpening choil way out from the side.
Yeah.
It absolutely, and you can't close it in yourself unless you'd have to be different, definitely. But yeah, I mean, I just think and Hugh knives for their first 4 knives, maybe it was 5, they were very much the same blade, the handle shape.
Yeah.
This is a complete departure. This is the Dragon, and you can still, if you're quick, you can get on the pre-order because they're going to be coming. They're going to be.
Is it the Dragon or the Phoenix?
Dragon. The Phoenix was the one before with a flipper.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Which was again another departure, and it was double detent.
Gotcha.
But this one, and they're going to be released in. He reckons he'll have them back here by October. So the end of September, October.
No, this is where Mikey and I parted company with Stephen. So I think it's important to share this honestly and openly with everybody in the group, because honestly, Stephen nearly lost it at one point. In fact, if we'd recorded it, it would have made a great show. It really would have. Actually,
it would have been a fantastic
fantastic. Actually, I do him a disservice because what he did, he rationalized it to the nth degree as to why it was such a good knife, and basically reduced Mikey and me to going, nah, I don't really like it. Which, I mean, let's be honest, when it comes down to choosing your knives, that's what it comes down to.
Absolutely. And
we both said it at the same time, didn't we?
Well,
we both said it at the same time, and your face, Stephen, was like I thought he was going to cry. He was like,
maybe going too far and they're going to cry. But isn't that the point? I mean, that really is the whole point of it. But when you're passionate and you see, I wouldn't be like that if I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And so I'm really passionate about it. It's just a lovely knife, and I think people are going to love it. And like this is, hopefully, you'll make some more. But there's only 150 of them being made. So I mean, I hope they just fly off the shelves.
Yeah,
I think about half of them are already booked, paid for.
Well, it's always good to know, because apart from anything else, I mean, we would wish Who Knives all the success in the world.
Absolutely, lovely fella too to deal with.
He is, and it was a great show that he was on with you.
Yes.
The conversation the two you had. I mean, you were supposed to talk for half an hour, and an hour and a half later, you were still talking.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
his poor wife had to look after the child and everything.
But
so, yeah,
but it's funny, Mikey, because some of the things, again, that knife is another example of a modern knife that brings certain materials together that are so, quintessentially modern. The titanium, the
M390,
the M390 blade steel, And then this is a new thing, and I think we noticed it in blade Steve. It's the multiple grinds on the blade as well. It's almost like like an experimental approach to blade design to try and refresh it or move it out. And we've seen it before. We saw it before the dragon on the Chavez that Mikey brought back from Blade Show. The very thing itself,
absolutely beautiful.
And again, so it's these kind. That's. Why do I like that one, but I don't like that one? I don't know, but
I think it's because there's more going on in this one.
Yeah,
you've got the top, which is, it's not a saber. It's actually up the center. You've got the flat up the center, and then it. Let me show you. You've got the hollow grind, the flat piece, and then this center piece is the flat, and then this is tucked in at the top like a long swedge.
Yeah,
and that gives it so many different lines, and then it's tucked in here as well.
Yeah, as well.
It
blows your mind.
But it's so many. There's so many knives made. So many. You can only have so many shapes. So I think this is the other way of making your knife stand out a bit different.
Yeah. No, but I think that's what will happen with modern knives as well.
I think the reason why I like this, because I looked at the blade and it just reminds me of the Mora Cansbowl. It's got those two grinds. And it's the Mora Cansbowl grind.
You've often said that as a bushcraft knife, the Mora Cansbowl, surprisingly, because it surprised you, it's the most practically useful knife that you can get.
Such an all-round knife. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's a fantastic. And it's simply knife.
Down to those different variations in the grind. Yeah,
I have to say the one difference being with that, it is the sharpened edge is all the way around. It's not cut.
Yeah.
It's just beautifully well chiseled, if you like, but it's not a stop and then do your next. It's not two separate. It's the one thing.
The design of them is amazing. It really is, and that's one of the things that I like about the modern knives. And Spyderco is sort of so far ahead of the game, and many of them it's just in trying out new things, and it's really nice to see that slip joints are being included in the mix.
Yeah, that's what I've said. Slip joints now have become so popular, and to be honest with you, if people start getting these and they start liking them, they will go to slip joints.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, so many I know already have gone to slip joints.
Yes.
There's a lovely slip joint.
Look, if you just check out the chat, I'm just trying to
Ashley
appease him.
Yeah.
Look.
Who's that?
Slip joint.
Who do you think it is?
Well, he's not the first to demand it, but it seems only right that we appease him in some way, shape, or form. It's like a sacrifice to the gods just to keep them from pissing us off.
Oh, bugger! That'd be nice to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what's yours then? What's your next one?
Oh, is it me or is it Mikey?
Not you.
Is it? Well, I think I've got to go because it appeared in the last one that it didn't appear, but people were asking about it. I think I've got to talk about Lion Steel.
Do you know all I've seen is the swedge?
I know every time.
As soon as I see it,
bring yourself up big, Judd. Bring it up big. Let's see that massive swedge.
Would you like me to show you my massive swedge, Mikey?
I know.
Show me your massive swedge. We all want to see it now.
Swedge, baby.
Look at that for a spear.
To be fair, I have seen bigger, but it is impressive.
It's funny. That's what she said. But I mean, look at that. It is just. This is the spear. This is the best man part, or is it, or whatever? I can't even remember these days. But it's just a fantastic knife, and this comes as a series. So if you don't like
it was the best man with the two bladed ones, and then they came out with a single bladed.
Oh, look at that clip. That's like that Rosecraft clip. It really dips down, doesn't it?
Swedge.
It's fabulous.
That's got a bigger swedge.
Yeah, no, I honestly don't know which I prefer. I think my heart goes to the spear, but when I see the clip out, it is just fantastic. Really,
I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to jump to the spear. I think I'm not really a clip man. I think that's nice.
Do you know what? They are both wonderful. And every time we go camping down in Wales and Nigel comes, I think Nigel's got 3 or 4 Lion Steels. And the thing that impresses me the most is the action on them. The walk and talk is fantastic.
Oh, can we just snapshot?
And strangely enough, it's not over strong.
No, I mean,
but it just
It's
refined beautifully. The Italians do know how to make a good knife.
It's a little bit stronger than the Becks are, but the Bay are, but it's not quite a 7. But the lockup on it is so solid.
Yeah,
There's no squidge in that at all.
M390 titanium
bolsters and liners, and
micarta. Now they do wood as well, and
yeah.
I think they do a bone even. I'm not sure now.
They quite probably do. I mean,
they do a bone, yeah. But would it be nice if they did a carbon steel as well?
Yeah, no, there you are. But like M390, how do you complain about M390?
Oh, no.
It's just a.
I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be fair. It's not a bad steel, but I'm not the biggest fan of it.
It seems to have been superseded so much by an awful lot of other steels that, but again, that's not getting into a discussion of the relative merits of different super steels, because as Stephen quite rightly said earlier,
I'd like to try. Is it the M398, the upgraded version?
M398, that's right. And again, with lion steel and some of the Italian knives, there was always a question around the heat treat of the ore.
That was early on. That was early on. Yeah,
but they were called out. They were called out, and they fixed it.
And you can't
move on.
And that's pretty good. That, to be fair,
anybody buying an Italian knife, just be aware that one of the interesting choices they've made is the chamfering of the back spring, and it means that
it's all rounded. It's rounded all the way up the knife, and the blade is rounded right up to here.
So you can see that rounding, so they don't have to struggle with that really
tight fit.
Tight
because there's gaps.
Exactly.
It's the modern way of not seeing the gaps that are there.
Exactly so, and it works really well.
It's just showing. It's just showing the. Engineering, isn't it? It's just kind of like showing off. They can round the edges and make it all really
it is
even.
Cheating for a slip joint, but this is a modern slip joint, and that's the difference.
James Thompson has got a good question for you, Judd. How would you compare the action of a lion steel against the Jack Wolf?
Well, I can compare them because we have a Jack Wolf here.
Oh,
so
much better.
No, you can't compare them, James.
No, really, because a lion steel was really good. I thought the action on a lion steel was great.
A lion steel is bad, but it's just not as good. It's not as crisp. It's not as
right.
The Jack Wolf, and I mean, somebody said it earlier in the comments, is that we are ridiculously biased towards the higher end of a pull. So if it's 7 or 8, we would much prefer it to be stronger.
I don't mind in a modern slip joint so much. I don't even really mind that much in a traditional now. But I mean, if it's a 6 pull and above, I'm happy.
But if it's a 6 pull and above, I'm happy enough. But I'd prefer it if it was 7.
5 to 6.
Yeah, and I would agree with that 100%. Lion steel, absolutely brilliant, lovely.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
The action on a Jack Wolf knife is just
and even their bulk standard one that I just got, the new
Jeepers, I haven't got the tape.
No, I'm gonna tell the man who made it for you. Where is my Jack Wolf? No, that's not it. There it is. I bought the new Jack Wolf, the
Gateway.
The Gateway.
That's the same action.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, that is a stunning knife, and the walk and talk on this, although not as crisp as the originals, but it is plenty good.
But James, here's a point, and I love my Jack Wolves, but here's a point to bear in mind when you're comparing a Jack Wolf and a lion steel. Okay, that's Jack Wolf twice the price of this.
Yeah,
and that's.
Yeah, do you want to pay another 150, 100, and well, probably 200? I mean, how much is a lion steel?
150 usually, 150, 160.
350 for the Jack Wolf. So is that little bit of crisper action?
You still get the more basic ones at £304. I've seen them for now.
But at least twice as much.
Yeah,
I think easy. Yeah. So you got to ask yourself that question: how much are you willing to pay? And to be honest, I'd find it really hard to justify spending that kind of money on a
buy it in the second-hand market if you want the Jack Wolf, because you get them for 150.
Well, that's the thing. If you can get a Jack Wolf for the price of a lion steel,
I'm going to go with Nigel's one here. Lion steel over Jack Wolf for me. Sorry, not sorry.
But Nigel, I agree. I see where you're coming from. But what I'm saying is, for value for money, if you get a second-hand Jack Wolf knife, because most people don't use the bloody things, and they're being sold as new for 150 now, and cheaper sometimes. So that's a hell of a bargain.
Yeah, but
it is. But I suppose I'm getting kind of drawn to the lion stills being made in Europe.
And I mean that's
Mantiago.
I don't have that thought process.
I think that's a big thing. It all depends on what you want to go for. I think if you want a good quality, good materials, European, not Chinese. If you want to go that way, and we don't particularly, that doesn't.
We don't mind, no. But
if that's the way you want to go, you cannot go wrong with the lion steel.
No, it's a fantastic middle of the road knife.
Absolutely. Well, actually, I'd say, I mean, it's a really nice knife.
It is.
It's middle of the road in terms
I'm talking
price
wise. That's what I mean. Not I mean, it cuts every bit as good.
Yeah.
Nearly.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got S90V on a Jack Wolf and titanium and fancy covers. So I mean, you can see where the difference. I think it's far too much of a difference in price.
Yeah.
But you do get a different.
I have to say though,
it's just lovely.
But before I move on, and only because Mikey will kill me if I don't show it, is if you're going for Italian M390 titanium and micarta, I'm sorry, but well, I have to actually do that. Mikey, can you even recognize the sound?
It's ringing a bell to me. Yeah.
Honestly, if you're looking around about the same price range, maybe a little bit more, look at Viper and look at the Hug. And it is, honestly, I still love this knife. I still love this knife.
It's every bit as comfortable as it looks.
It is.
So
I have fought myself so many times. I've nearly pulled the trigger on a Hug 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I do love the action is phenomenal, and it's got that audible that ring as it like closes. It just vibrates.
And I have to say that the action on the Hug is every bit as good as the Jack Wolf.
There wouldn't be that much of a difference. No. But well, except on the closing, because you don't get that Jack Wolf feeling on that.
Oh, I don't know. I get the same.
See, that's beautiful. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. See, I think that's you know what though, the looks of the Vipers as well, and in particular like the Hug, but they make a lot of knives that are particularly like. Judd, stop it! I'm trying to.
Now, the only downside with the key is it's not UK legal. It's just over the 3 inches, but.
Send it to Slippy and get him to take a bit off the tip.
He's not touching this. But anyway, that's me, and that's my. I've exhausted my knives. But yes,
Slippy's not going to touch Judd's tip. No, is that what we're coming to?
Go ahead, give us your last one, Mikey.
So,
and by the way, if you're in there and there's 46 of you, if you've enjoyed the show, please hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, hit the bloody subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything.
And if you didn't like it, hit the like button anyway. I'm going to go with a traditional knife, but moderned up a bit. So the Case Crossroads Sodbuster. So it's based on the Sodbuster Junior. It has burlap micarta handles, red G10 liners. It has a see-through little nail nick, and it is in S35 VN. And it's actually really, really good. I know I've kicked Case a lot recently, but I've had some.
When they do good ones, they do good ones.
I've had some bad knives, and I'm still not a fan of the etch. But on a modern knife with this sort of stonewash finished, I'm not too bothered. And it's actually a really, really good knife, and it's in S35, and it's a reasonable price. I think they're about 80 quid.
And the thing about them is that hole for instead of having the nail nick, it has a hole. At first, when it came out, I thought, that is bloody stupid. Why are they doing it? Just put a. But it's actually
because it's a modern take.
You get your finger in, the fat of your fingers in, and it's easy to open.
It's it's a modern take. It doesn't need a traditional nail nit. You can just grab there and you just pull it open. It's got a great action on it.
For somebody with dexterity problems, that's nearly better than a nail nit because you get the fat of your fingers in and you're not having to put as much pressure to open it.
Yeah.
The fulcrum effect is right down at the end of the blade. It just makes it so much easier.
But it's a lovely feeling hand, the Crossroads. It has to be said.
And the fact that Case took one of their traditional patterns, which I'm guessing they sell a lot of, because you can get the yellow Delrin in carbon steel for about 40 quid, and they just made it a little bit more modern with an upgraded steel, upgraded handles, and screws, so you can actually like take it apart.
It's a fantastic
it's actually really good. It's really good. It's a really nice knife.
Yeah, I like it. I can see one of them. I haven't seen one second hand yet, but
and I think they come in about 3 or 4 different colours as well. There's a green. This is the brown. So yeah,
nice.
I think for less than £100, so it puts it right for me now. Is right in my sweet spot. You know, like 100 quid, and these are about 80.
We were saying about the UKPK, just under 100 quid, and you get their basic steel. You're getting S35 VN on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is on a sword buster. That's insane.
Insane with my Carter and G10. It's got all like the modern touches, and it's still a great
another
knife.
wee great one.
Sorry, just before we go on for that, just to answer. Sorry, Steve.
No, go ahead.
Just to pay attention to Niggy-chan. Yes, I had exactly the same one that Mikey's showing there, but mine's better than Mikey's. Because I gave mine to Slippy. Because the one thing I will say about the Crossroads, it's a great knife, but I find it annoying because it was so light. It is so light now, and this is ironic coming from me because I was just talking about really nice pocketable knives. Because the G10 liners reduce the weight of it so much that you can barely feel it in your hand. Now, the other thing that the G10 liners do. The other thing that the G10 liners do is they make the action a wee bit grindy, a wee bit rough for me.
Oh, you are getting very into your action.
Oh, so what I did was I gave it to Slippy and asked Slippy, as a matter of interest, could you take the liners on and give me brass webs on this? And he went, aye, because he never says no. So I have, and unfortunately I don't have it with me, but I showed it last week.
And it's thicker brass webs on they put on it.
Brass webs on it.
It just feels.
So I've got the burlap micarta scales on it. I've got the S35 VN blade on it. I've got brass bolsters that add that extra weight, and he's pinned it. So instead of the screws, he's put brass pins through it. So it is the most amazing
what did he
version.
Put new micarta on it?
No, what he did,
no, the same micarta. He split the red liners off because they are bonded on. He split the red liners off. He put in brass liners, and he had the blade out. So he polished the tang because the whole thing is like stonewashed, and that stonewashing makes it bind. So he polished the back end of the tang.
And the pins. How did he get the pins in? Because there's already bigger holes there for the screws, isn't there?
It's a mystery to me, but he managed to.
He just drilled it out to a larger pin.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. I suppose the bird eye pivot. You put a bird eye pivot in. Yeah. Sorry, I never even thought of that. Yeah. Here's another one which this year I know me and Mikey have both really enjoyed. This is the little buck saunter.
That's a phenomenal knife.
This is just a super little EDC knife.
Actually, there you go, Mikey. Go.
Super little EDC knife. It's got a bigger handle to blade ratio, which I don't mind at all because I've got a large hand. I've got about a 2.5-inch blade there, and it's in 154 cm. That's Buck getting into the modern era now. I mean, we've been asking for years, do something more modern. This is brilliant. A slip joint, and just the looks of it alone is just beautiful. Super knife to use, and walk and talk is fantastic.
It really is a good one. And you've always liked that. You jumped on that.
Oh, definitely. It was the nicest buck I'd ever seen at the time.
Yeah, that's another quote that's going to come back.
My last one is my favorite of all time of slip joints, and it's this one here. It's the Hinder Slippy and 20 CV, the most beautiful looking knife for a locking knife, or not locking, it's a slip joint. It's the most.
Do you know what I think that? Do you know what would set that knife off? Some amazing micarta scales.
You remember he's on his non-G10 thing.
These G10 handles are absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't change them. Absolutely would not change them. I love this.
That's got the Shing vibes for me.
No.
Oh, it has got the Shing vibe. It's blue and G10. If that had micarta or
justifiable.
You know, a really nice piece of wood or something done by Vapor Puffin.
They've done wood scales. You could have got one with wood scales, and it was the vintage look, and it was beautiful. But no, this is my one off it. I wouldn't change a thing on this knife, and I haven't. And I've had it a few years now, and I just love it. But I've only started to really use it again, which has been lovely. Because this is a bit of I bought this in memory of my dad. And it actually put me off using it for a couple of years, but I'm actually now starting to carry it. I had it in my pocket this week, done a wee picture with it as well on Instagram. So I'm starting to use it again, which is what it should be. And it's so lovely. So lovely. So that's my three. And I really enjoyed this tonight.
Good. Well, so did Gruffalo, because Gruffalo's felt a wee bit isolated by all the.
Yeah, he's a big fan of modern slip joints, and it's got very sort of I don't know. Recently, like Sheffield heavy,
traditional heavy.
See,
I'm not Sheffield heavy.
I'm Sheffield heavy, but I like so many others that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't say I'm solely just Sheffield. I love British knife makers in general, but I love my American, especially my old American ones. And I just think that
But that's what I was saying. I think it's important to realize that. I mean, we've always acknowledged that there's different horses for different courses, and everybody collects their own way. As somebody says, collect your own. Is it Stan's Cutlery Universe?
Yeah, he does.
He does. And everybody should, because I think there is a potential for an awful lot of peer pressure, and you know what happens if we all succumb to peer pressure is everybody has the same flaming knife. Nobody gets to see a different knife, and that means that there's no variety, and you don't get introduced to new things.
I mean,
you know what? That is a really good point. The fact that we've all got different knives and different collections keeps it all fresh. Even if you've got Matt Sawyer shouting at you, you know that moderns are rubbish and you need to
be honest with you, 10 years ago there wasn't that many traditional knife channels.
Yeah,
it was all modern young people with modern knives. And the odd, like Apostle P was there with his traditionals. But now it's to me, it's nearly 50-50. There's so many traditional.
Is that
TK? Don't worry, you can always come here. So unsubscribe to them and just subscribe to us.
But no, I mean, it's so nice to have this variety. And I would not have a collection if it didn't have slip joints or, modern knives in it, be they slip joints or locking. I still like them.
But this is the thing. I think that's the important thing, Gruffalo, and I think that's as good a tone to wind this up on is we would encourage everybody to give the stuff that attracts you a go. Don't feel guilty because you like something that nobody else likes. You're the rebel. Break some new ground. Do something different.
The whole joy about it is I started in one thing and completely done an about turn. And I go back now and I'm buying more expensive slip joints.
It all goes in cycles, and Mikey's a perfect example.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I was about to say. As grown men, nothing kind of represents us more than our knife collection, but it changes, doesn't it?
It really does.
All of that.
It does change, and it often changes for the better. But even though mine's changed and I've got rid of quite a lot, I've still got the core of the original moderns and the original lockers that I love so much.
So in short and in conclusion,
Slippy's wrong.
This Slippy is wrong. Okay. Unsubscribe from Slippy.
Oh, hang on.
Subscribe to us.
Hang on, I wanted him to do a knife for me. Oh, Slippy, you're right, mate.
Yeah,
you're really right. You are
right. Slippy, you're absolutely right. Slippy's absolutely right.
He's going to up his charges now.
Bless him.
Folks, thank you very much for joining us. Mikey, it's been an absolute pleasure. Any parting words?
Do you know what? No, but here is a Sheffield knife.
It seemed unfair not to.
Yeah.
Stephen, any parting comments?
Yeah, bug off. No, it's been a good show. I've enjoyed it. It's different again, so it's nice.
Well, to be honest, I don't think we knew what to expect from this one.
No,
it's as usual.
I enjoy because you partake in the chat there, and you asked us questions. You were joining in. To me, that's a win.
That was great.
Win-win.
Yeah, and yes, in terms of next week's topic, your top 50 6-degree or longer, 6-inch or longer modern folders. Thanks, boys. If we had 6-inch or longer modern folders, we would be more than happy to do that. But instead,
I have got something else I could show you that's 6-inch.
We're ahead of.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Go on.
5.5.
Let's see it. Go on.
Here's a little story of sailors on a warship. I'm not going to tell anything.
We were almost out, Mikey. But we were almost out.
On the warships, we used to have Chinese men that done the adobe and done the washing your clothes. You could put them in and pay them to do it. You didn't want to do it yourself. I done mine in a bucket. But
in the enlightened years of the 70s, the 1870s,
when the juniors used to come on and they'd go to the adobe man to hand their clothes in for their first wash, he used to have a knuckers board and he used to pin what size their willies were and he'd put it above their name. There you go. Well, never mind. Bye now. Have a nice day.
See you next